I'm learning from how you're answering the questions that even though I ask you a question about yourself, you spend the first few minutes or seconds answering about yourself, but you go into to preach to us to tell us what we need to do, just to show. I guess I'm just learning about how that the purpose and your mission in life, you can't ignore it. It's inside your heart.
Of course. Of course, this is the vision in my life, and if you have a vision in your life, then you find yourself that you are directing everything towards this vision. Whatever conversation, whatever happening, whatever um, any move in your life, any step in your life, you put it in your vision. And that means that if we have a vision in life, that makes our life becomes much better and meaningful. And the vision in your life, you can do it in 1 minute, you can do it in a second, you can do it in a day, you can do it in a year, you can do it in few years, you can do it the whole life. It's the same. Just try to form your vision. And this is one of the things that I've been working on myself a lot to form and to understand the vision of my life. And that means this is what it is. And when I was ordained a bishop, uh, I was praying and I'm crying to God because I was young and I was telling myself it's a very big post. It's a big responsibility, and I've been really crying to God to show me the way, to show me His way. Not only just I want to do this and this and that. And it was an important thing to receive something in my heart. What am I gonna do? So I borrowed the prayer of Moses when he was telling God, if I found favor in your eyes, show me your way. And here, something really was put in my heart that the bishop is a hand from underneath to lift people up, not a hand from above to overrule the people. And the bishop is a hand from underneath. And that means just go under. Just don't stand and stay up. You go down to everyone and go down and underneath lift people up. And this is something that we all need. And this is what we actually use in our life, that to lift people up. That's why when I wanted to choose a name for Anaphora, the retreat center that we have in Egypt, I felt that it has to be a name that carries the vision of my life. And the vision of my life, it was like that. It's a bishop is from a hand from underneath to lift people up. And then this is the anaphora. And you see, the anaphora is just what we offer in the Mass. It's the lifting up and offering something. And this is what I feel like the vision of your life has to be implemented in everywhere, every word, everything you do. And then you build up something in your life.
I was actually just in Anaphora last month and had such a beautiful time. And I know even before I went, because this was my first time, I heard so much about it. A lot of people said great things about it. Could you please tell us your vision for Anaphora? What are the services that Anaphora offers to God?
Because we have chosen the name anaphora, that means just lifting people up, offering something that would help everyone to be lifted up. So in the beginning I was thinking like a lot of people, they need a spiritual time to be lifted up. They need a time for themselves. They need a full stop. And when I just was seeing the spiritual map that we have in our church, so I felt like the men would have the chance to go to the monasteries and spend a retreat. But what about the family? And the families needs a certain way of gathering together to be lifted up. And women have no place to go to be lifted up to in the spirit. And at the same time, I felt like we need in our spiritual growth, we need certain ways to be strengthened and being educated on the know-how of retreating. Because it's good to say, like, it's good to have a retreat. It's good to spend some time with God. But how? How people will spend this time? How people would be guided step by step just to go on the road? You need someone to take you by the hand and walk with you the walk. Not only talk the talk with you, but it's walk the walk with person by person, just like. And this is what I felt that it's an important thing that we need to carry. And then I felt like we need also to start putting a good example for people. It's not only caring for yourself, but extend as well the message for everyone. So we started programs to empower the marginalized ones. And we started programs for them to be lifted up. Teach them about themselves, give them an enthusiasm to see themselves as good, creative, the ability of success, the power to continue, and then teach them a skill, and then at the end of the program give them income generating projects. So if you do that with men, so you are encouraging them to move from being just poor to be active in the society and have something to do. And also with women, because we need to empower women to be active in the society where they are. And that means we started also a program to empower women and educate them and heal the traumas. And also we started this program of healing the trauma that came out of different traumas that happens in the societies. So we have trauma healing programs with different traumas, like some we have sexual abuse traumas. We started to think of how people are reading the Word of God. And we don't understand sometimes about what we read. For example, we talk about the mustard grain, we talk about the hyssop, and we talk about the tabernacle. And we don't really envision that. We don't really understand what that could be look like. So we started to have like an open museum for the Bible, that you go from a story to a story where you could see. This is still we are doing it because it needs a lot of work, and it needs a lot of help and finance and a lot of things. But still the idea of that people will walk in this museum from one part to another to see and be able to read the Bible and connect to it as a living things, so you would not forget it. That's why I called it anamnesia. Amnesia is to forget, so anamnesia would never forget. So this is how we are trying to lift people up and connect people together, because we have people coming from all over the world and building bridges between the youth together. And we have lots of volunteers as well coming to us from all over the world. So people would come for a few months to teach or to help in working in the programs that we have in the hospitality and doing something. But the main thing is not only just to volunteer, but it is just also to meet people from different places. So sometimes we have people that's from all over the world. Sometimes, and we in the prayers we read the Bible with the native language of every person who is in the prayer. So sometimes we have the reading of the prayer with like 20, 24 languages from different parts of the world. And then you can imagine that this also brings people together and let them to discuss about the Bible, about their expression of faith in different circumstances. And at the end of the day, we are able to present our Coptic Orthodox philosophies with different nations. Work very hard to have the image of Christ in you.
What do you think is the pillars or the foundations of witnessing?
The era of the Prince of the Air.